Hi, good morning. This is Stephanie from Just Dope Custom Apparel. Today I thought I'd show everyone how to hand wash your custom mask. So whether you bought your mask from Just Dope Custom Apparel or you have your favorite mask that you'd like to wash for yourself or your kids, this actual video is to demonstrate how to wash them by hand so that they maintain their color, their elasticity, as well as stay fitted to your face. What we're going to do is I've already mixed my bowl with the cold water as well as a gentle cleanser. I like to use Woolite. Some people may like to use Tide or Gain, but I find those a little harsh. You can also use like all natural laundry detergents, that those are available as well. But hand washing really is the best method in order to let the mask keep its shape and for longevity. So I basically put them in a container with some soapy water. Once I let them sit for a little while to get them completely soaked, I suds them up pretty good. So I'm just going to adjust my camera here in just a moment. I do have some white ones, colored ones, as well as denim and even black. Kind of like doing any other laundry. I don't have any mixture of other chemicals, no bleach and things of those harsh natures. However, I still like to actually wash them based on their actual color shading just to make sure. Particularly with the hand-dyed ones that I just did, just to make sure for at least the first 2 or 3 washes, I wash them separately instead of mixing them. That way I don't have any of the bleeding. There's still some dye left, but hopefully if you wash them the right way when you were dyeing them, they should have run clear and not have that problem. So you're basically going to wet your mask, okay, inside your cold water. Cold water is best, of course, okay. So this one is just a typical white mask. Okay, you're going to gently scrub them, and this applies if you have just your everyday wear or if you have makeup. You just want to make sure you get a good scrub in, make sure they're good and lathered up. Sometimes I will dunk them a couple times, but just so that you can see. And I'll even wash one for sure that I know I have makeup on. What you want to do when you're washing these is you want to make sure that you're not stretching them out of shape. Okay, you want to have the closeness, and then just make sure you are rubbing vigorously to get out any stains or dirt that may actually live within the product. Okay, so when I take them out, they're still pretty much in a balled up shape. That's fine. I then place them into a basic strainer, okay, because I'm going to rinse them. They're going to stay in a balled up state like that. Okay, and again, I like to wash all of them and then go through the rinse process. So just like any other washing method, adjust my camera, okay, so that you can see I have my colored ones here that I'm going to wash next. Okay, so I'm going to adjust my sitting so you can actually see me, but it's really about the washing of the product. Okay, this one I actually do have a logo printed on it, and again, you want to gently wash and scrub them. Okay, just by turning it in your hand and leaving it kind of like making a meatball almost in terms of the scrubbing. Okay, and again, you'll notice I'm not pulling it out of place or stretching because I want it to maintain its shape. Okay, put them in the bowl, which I like to call my rinse bowl. Okay, here's another plain white one. It's already been soaking for a little while. I know some people will also use like a hint of vinegar in there. I haven't on these just because it's my first time washing them, and I just want to make sure that I wear makeup, so I was getting makeup in mine. Okay. Okay, here's one that's already been printed as well for Just Dope Custom Apparel. And again, you want to gently, okay, make sure they're completely soaked, let them sit, and then squish them around. This really does feel like I'm making a meatball. Okay, and just like anything else, again, with a good lather, you want to make sure that they're nice and soapy. Okay, that one's actually clean on both sides now. I'm going to ball it back up in its normal shape. This one is my doggy mask, okay, just so that you can see. See on the inside, I have plenty of makeup in there. So again, you want to soak it, get it all nice and wet, let it swish around. Okay, and then start the rubbing process. Now, some people like to say they like to wash them every day. Again, it really depends on how often you wear them. I tend to wear masks that kind of complement my clothing, so I don't wash them, that often in terms of like every day or anything like that, because I don't wear the same ones. But again, if you have the time and the energy and you want to hand wash your mask every day, then by all means, because again, the cleaner your masks are, the better protected you are, okay? This is also a cotton mask, but this doesn't have the four-way stretch, so it's literally a fitted mask that I made for myself. This is actually probably one of my first ones that I made. And I couldn't find blue actually, so I just made a pink one since I have both boy and girl dogs. Besides that, Sebastian is so little, he doesn't care. Again, rub, 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 doing the meatball roll. Okay, you want to make sure you're getting it nice and clean in there. Okay. Now, because this one had a makeup stain on it, I'm going to let that one sit to the side a bit. Okay, move to my next one. This is a tie-dye blue one that I did for myself. Again, I have makeup on it. I'm going to let that soak. This one I've washed about 5 or 6 times, so it definitely runs clear, so I don't have to worry about any bleeding. But you definitely want to wash like fabrics and materials together, the same way you would do with your regular laundry, okay? Also, I know that some people like to put theirs in a dryer. I like to hand dry mine. The dryer works fine if I'm in a hurry. I like to let them lay flat and dry out. So typically on a nice day like today, I'll lay them out on a nice, either a baking rack, towel if I'm in a hurry, and let them sit out in the sun in order to dry. Okay, so this one, as you can see, I'll let you see it. Even the straps, guys, you want to get in here and make sure the straps are all clean as well. Okay, so just to show you, just with a little gentle soap. Okay, this is completely clean. Open the inside. Okay, as you can see. Okay, no more makeup stains. Again, you can soak it for a little while, but typically just a couple minutes in soaking, and in a really good ratio of water to soap is what you want to have. Okay, this one's my favorite. I wear this one a lot, and this is the reason why I also switched to hand washing, because putting them in the wash, I found that by mixing with other clothes and things like that, particularly on the cotton ones, for certain brands, depending on what brand of mask you're wearing, just like a t-shirt, the cotton stretches. And then so I had to switch to getting the actual ear loops, which are great because it allows you to adjust masks when you see that they're starting to stretch out a little bit. So again, the more flexibility in the cotton, the more likelihood you're going to have of some sort of minor stretching. So you really do want to make sure you get in there really good. Okay, I'm going to let the black one soak. That one I ended up with some lipstick on, so I want to soak that pretty good to make sure. Okay, this is my pink one. My little doggy mom mask, and again, as you can see, that's also actually clean now as well. So again, I ball it back up because I like using it that way for the rinse. And one of my denim mask again, so I'm going to soak, soak, soak. Okay, and the more heavily soiled they are, again, you can let those soak for a little while and then come back to them. So these two, because I particularly had like a long wear lipstick on, I'm going to let these soak a little while longer. And again, you want to just make sure you give them a good scrub while they're soaking. Okay, and then allow that to sit. Again, I don't use any bleach. This is all just a gentle soap or laundry wash, such as like Woolite. So while I let that soak, it's already looking 100 times better. As you can see, it's starting to come out a lot. Okay, so basically the lipstick and makeup is already out. I just have like one little spot left, which is why I ended up switching to the cone nose shape. So for my ladies that wear lipstick, definitely the flat mask, as you know, you will get your lipstick on them, unless you do the no smudge, which is fine too. So I'm going to let that soak. Check on the black one. I'm probably going to let that soak. Okay, a couple more minutes. Okay, what you can also do, I don't know if you can see here, my water is now a little dingy, and that is basically from the denim one. That one's actually hand dyed, but again, it did not disturb the black one for color. So what I'm going to do is take this out because I want these to soak longer. Squeeze them, leave them tight, and I'm going to actually change out my water. Okay, very important. And again, just because that had some dye from the denim in there still, you want to to get that in there. So again, I've already added my, funny enough, I couldn't tell if the extra blue was just more dye or still from the Woolite, but I did see some of the denim ink. So again, I wanted to and you just rub it vigorously against, you know, both sides, typically with your knuckles, okay? And because this is really good, this is actually printed, but I also have some in vinyl. Okay, so depending on what kind of decorations you may have on your custom mask, or if you have stones, again, you want to be careful of the artwork, and sometimes putting it in the dryer will disturb the actual foundation of the actual material. So again, it's very important to make sure you are honoring the item itself. So I'm going to let those soak, take a break, and pause for some coffee. And then we're going to come back to check on these last two. See you soon.